with Kevin here.
Yes, thanks, Enzo. We heard from Aidan earlier on. Obviously, she's ready to start off, like all of Aidan's are this time of the year, but she is by far and away the highest rated of these, and she was a good winner of the Cheshire Oaks last year on Chester, and then ran the Irish and English Guineas, but she was very impressive on her last start last season in that Group 3 up the Curragh over a mile and 1, and she beat Epsom Icon by 7 lengths on that occasion. Flying Fairies, she won off a mark of 78. Now running off 99, cost plenty of money. The horse in training. Sale was formerly trained by Joe Murphy. I just thought her last run, I thought she was a little bit flattered by that. Gary Carroll was brilliant on her that day, winning a listed race at Leopardstown, and I just thought slight bit flattered by that run. You got Czabo in it from Mick Shannon's. White flags raised. Interesting, there's money for number 10, Legitimus, in it as well. One of the 3-year-olds in it. So, one of Jim Bulger's. Let's get up to Desi.
Prominent in the centre is Legitimus, who's prominent, with also towards the inside Chili Spice, and Queen Anne's Lace is right up on the inside. Czabo is followed then by Juline, who's towards the outside, but in the early stages Legitimus is the leader for Ronan Whelan. In second place on the outside comes Juline and Chris Hayes. These are being followed up by Queen Anne's Lace, Pat Smullen towards the inside in company with Somehow, and just after them is Czabo. Chili Spice towards the inside, and towards the outside Flying Fairies, beginning to make the run now to take them across on the approach towards the straight, and on the inside is Legitimus, who's showing in the lead. In second place on the outside comes Juline, a couple of lengths then to Queen Anne's Lace, who's showing in third, with Czabo next, and then Flying Fairies, Chili Spice and Somehow, a couple of lengths to Kieran Tinner as they begin now to make the approach for the turn into the straight. And it's Legitimus who's just the leader on the inside, closely followed by Queen Anne's Lace in the centre. Then comes Czabo. Towards the outside is Juline, Somehow making ground between horses, and then comes Chili Spice as they begin now to make the run towards the final furlong and a half. And in the centre, Czabo with Somehow, Queen Anne's Lace, Flying Fairies on the outside, racing now on the climb towards the final furlong. Somehow in the centre, Czabo on the stand side as they begin the climb up towards the finish. Flying Fairies on the near side as they race inside the last 100 yards now, and it is Czabo. Czabo and Graham Lee had his first ride here 25 years ago today, and Czabo wins for Mick Shannon. Somehow is second. Flying Fairies, Queen Anne's Lace, followed in by Wild as the Wind.
Well, as Desi Scal said in commentary, 25 years ago Graham Lee had his first ride here. He's back here today and he wins the Group 3 Park Express Stakes on Czabo for, of course, Mick Shannon. She was fourth in Irish Guineas last season. She ran off a mark of 99. She'd won a listed race in Deauville back in June last season and beat one home in St. Cloud in a listed race in her final run of the season, in her first run of the season. Of course, this was March this year, but Somehow obviously had plenty of weight with the penalties as well today. Travelled well into the race, probably just took a blow, and Flying Fairies run a blind. Her first start for John Ox, travelled extremely well into the race, and a valuable piece of Group 3 placing for Flying Fairies, running the colours of Miss Anne Marshall. Got a nice sensible gallop all the way, and Czabo travelled really well into the race as well. She had a run under her belt, as I say, around the 11th of March, so she had a shade of fitness over the likes of Somehow and Flying Fairies. Queen Anne's Lace has run a blinder as well, first 3-year-old home in it, and Legitimus brought them along. A nice good gallop on the Ronan Whelan. I tell you what's run well, staying on best at the end, was Willie McCreary's filly, winner of a maiden up the Curragh, Wild as the Wind, and only her second run. She came in and run off a mark of 81 in it, this daughter of Approved, doing her best work at the end, and so it could be plenty to build on there. But Czabo,